welcome to Blinded by the Item. We
Good
always
morning.
cover hello or afternoon if you're watching the premiere.
Wherever you are in life.
Yes. So we generally start off during the Diddy trial with news about Diddy and what happened really from the day before or this morning. I can tell you that yesterday we had several of the male dancers or sex workers, was what they ended up turning into. Yes. Whenever they met with Diddy and Cassie. And so one of them we found out was actually, his name is Vin Armani, and he was on the Showtime reality series Gigolos.
Diddy apparently liked the gentleman of that show because I think there were a handful that ultimately were either on the list or did participate. It's like, did Diddy like that show?
I mean, a couple of them were, but maybe were so front and center in the world of male dancers' sex work that it's just was like, if you want to hire some people, here is who's out there and available. I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I mean, not
but where do you
bad-looking guys.
find those people is my point. Like,
I
like the idea of Diddy just like watching the show, like, well.
I think we need to ask Lou Taylor and Robin Greenhill. Of TriStar Entertainment.
Witness list?
You know, I'm not sure yet. We should look into that because if you know those names, you might know them from Britney's conservatorship case.
Spears, yeah.
And right. And so, they were never, they've never paid the price for anything that happened to Britney. And a lot of Britney supporters have, they've traced back like, okay, these people are definitely ones that should most likely be in jail, but they're not. And so I remember seeing that they were managing Diddy's freak offs somewhere early in the beginning of when all of this started, like last December, when we saw some of the raids on his home. I thought, or maybe it'll come up, that there are literal receipts from organizing sex workers. And this is where we have the sex trafficking thing come into it. So probably them. I'm guessing they're the ones that booked them.
Maybe.
But one of the things that made me really kind of go, what? Was that, in the beginning of these freak offs, I think Diddy was trying to conceal his identity. Cassie would be out there just front and center with them and he would watch. But at one point when he was had hired somebody that they turned into a BDSM dom called the Punisher, Diddy was wearing a full burqa, disguising himself as a Muslim woman sitting in the corner.
What?
Yeah. Which is is that part of the kink? Is it just to conceal yourself because you really don't want people to find out? I mean, it's bizarre.
I do know we've had testimony up to this point that in the beginning he started wearing like a veil or like a blindfold or
he had a bandana and a hat and like a sweatshirt up.
To block his face. And, presumably that had to do with maintaining his anonymity. However, it was clear that the disguise would come off at some point. And also, I remember reading yesterday that one of the gentlemen who arrived not knowing who was there saw on the television, from the hotel, it said, "Welcome Diddy." So he was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm here for Diddy.
Yeah, I guess that's that masked man
also,
in the
just
corner.
not knowing. I got a lot of questions. I'm sure they will not be addressed on the next season of Gigolos, if that show even exists anymore, which I doubt.
Doubt it. Wow. And I know that Kid Cudi will actually be testifying either today or early tomorrow. So that should be interesting testimony.
For sure.
He is the star who had in this case, how something can be an affair, I don't understand. When you're having your girlfriend sleep with multiple people, so she has sex with someone else, I guess, since he didn't know about it or, it was an affair to him. So Kid Cudi will be giving his side of the story coming up in the next couple of days. So that's the latest.
All right. As we've said all week long, we'll go to the less gross stuff and get into some blind items, which is kind of crazy to think about, that the blind items are giving us this little break from all of this.
It's because, to your previous point, when the actual news is out there, there's not much to have in the blinds.
This is true. So yeah, we haven't had a lot of updates on that Diddy side of things, but it's all being played out there in front of us. Let's do some blind items, though.
Let's do it.
This A-list, mostly TV actress prefers animals to people, and if you ask her co-stars of the long-running show, the feeling's mutual. Nobody likes working with her. Her team is paying to spam comment sections, forums, and chats to help improve her image.
Awkward.
This A-list, mostly TV actress who prefers animals to people, and if you ask her co-workers of her co-stars of her long-running show, the feeling's mutual. Nobody likes working with her. Her team is paying to spam comment sections, forums, and chats to improve her image.
An animal-loving Rudy Tuesday
show.
And I think they foreign born, by the way. That wasn't added there. It should have been.
Okay.
A- list, mostly TV actress.
Just A-list, mostly TV actress is what they're saying.
A-list, mostly TV actress, foreign born, who likes animals but not people. I am not an A-list foreign born actress, but I do love animals.
Yeah.
Sometimes more than people. It's fine.
I'm just going to throw out, because I know she loves horses, Kaylee Cuoco. Okay.
Is she foreign born?
No.
Oh. I was like, maybe she's Canadian.
I don't know.
How about...
So again, we've got a foreign-born A-list, mostly TV actress who prefers animals to people. If you ask her co-stars from her long-running show, the feeling's mutual.
Is it a streamer?
It is.
Long-running streamer. Max?
It is not.
Netflix?
Yes.
Ooh, a long-running Netflix show.
And
a foreign-born A-list, mostly TV actress.
Oh, no.
Was it first a network show and then went to streaming?
Nope.
Okay.
She's Canadian?
Nope.
British?
Yep.
A Brit who doesn't like people.
Hannah Waddingham.
Oh, she loves people. Let's pray for her to never be in the blinds.
Mentioning it. Yeah.
No, I don't want her to ever be in the blinds.
Okay. Let's see.
Foreign-born A-list, mostly TV actress. You've determined it's a Netflix show. Prefers animals to people, and if you ask her co-stars from that show, the feeling's mutual. Nobody likes working with her. Her team is spamming and paying for comments in the sections to try to improve her image.
Millie Bobby Brown?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Really? People don't like her?
According to the blind items, she is not someone who's fun to work with.
Well, no, but it says that they don't like her either.
Okay.
So that's crazy to me.
But her co-stars are spamming comments to improve her image.
No, her team
Her
is.
team.
Her team.
So she's like paying for bots.
Okay. I mean, hey, she started out a very young star, and we know how that goes. She was like the singular focus, and
she had to deal with a lot of not awesome stuff at that age, and unfortunately let me fill in the blanks here, but Millie Bobby Brown prefers animals to people, and if you ask her co-stars from Stranger Things, of course, the feeling's mutual. Nobody likes working with her. Her team is paying to spam comment sections, forums, and chats to help improve her image, but it's a sad reality that people like that are in her situation sometimes get hypersexualized at a very, very, very young, ridiculously young age.
Well, most women who are child stars, for sure.
I don't even know if this rings a bell to you, but like, do you remember when she was like 13 and all of the tabloid articles were like, I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This is a child, like not even close to being an adult yet. And it seems so strange how they were like.
Well, and then there was all the conversation about Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The blinds her FBR is pretty high. Gosh. Fame to blind ratio, meaning she gets mentioned in the blinds a lot.
Yeah.
Compared to, I mean, she is a very, I guess you could call her an A-list actress, but mostly I would say more iconic than A-list. You know what I mean? Like she's known for that role. At a very unique moment. It was a very important role in that show.
And they still got one more season that's on the way, which maybe is why they're trying to.
And that's been filmed, right?
It's filmed. I think it drops this year.
Done with it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, she has been done with it for 3 years.
Well, she was busy going through she's trying to do a Miley Cyrus right now. She's with what's his name?
John Bon Jovi's kid.
John Jr.
Jacob Heimer Schmidt.
Jake
His
Bon
name
Jovi.
is not my name too.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi, but we found out that her actual name is Millie Bonnie Brown. So really, she goes by Millie Bobby Bonnie Brown Bon Jovi.
Millie Bobby Bonnie Bon Jovi.
It's
Millie Bobby Bon Jovi. Millie Bobby Bon Jovi.
we still don't have a release date, although it is expected to be dropped at some point later
You mean
this
that
year.
album that he just
Yes.
created?
What is it? Millie Bobby Bonnie
Millie Bobby
Bon
Bonnie
Jovi.
Brown Bon Jovi.
Oh.
Come on, Don.
I don't know the words.
Okay.
Let's roll on to the blind item. You got that first one nicely done.
Bon Jovi.
God, help us.
Oh yeah,
I
you
love
have it so rough.
This B-list director whose movies this is worded poorly. This B-list director whose movies far outweigh his name is getting called out yet again for having a problematic set. You may best remember him for hooking up with this A-list actress for the 4 years they worked together on his 3 biggest films, of course, while they were both with other people. This B-list director, whose movies are far more noteworthy than his name, is getting called out yet again for a problematic set. You may remember him for hooking up with this A-list actress for the 4 years they worked together on 3 of his biggest films. Of course, they were both with other people during that time.
She was in those films.
She was in
on
those
set.
films. Yep.
3 films?
3 of his biggest films featured the same woman who he was rumored to be with. Again, this is a B-list director.
Was this a franchise?
No.
Was it like 1, 2, and 3, or it was just happened to be
just 3 different movies that he did?
Yeah. These 2 were tied together for many movies in a row.
It's not that dude from Snow White and the Huntsman that Kristen Stewart
It is
hooked
not.
up with.
Nope.
Oh
Okay.
God. And I still remember they were canoodling on the
They
side
were
of the
so-
road.
Yep.
She was so vilified for that.
Yep.
Not
that one.
Not that one. Well, I don't even remember his name.
Well, it's good. You don't need
Shame.
to.
Okay.
B-list director. It's going to be hard because I would have a hard time getting most A-list directors. So
Rupert Sanders, by the way, I just wanted to clear
Rupert
that.
Sanders. Okay.
So yeah, you're
Would-
probably more going to know
her.
Well, definitely you're going to more know her. In fact, this name, we've never talked about this name in the blind
Okay.
items.
All right.
Oh.
Thank you for disabusing me of the need.
But a
think about
B-list director whose, again, movies far outweigh his own fame.
Okay.
So he's got some very high, we're talking Oscar-nominated films and I believe Oscar-winning films.
He does?
I believe so.
But his films outweigh his name?
Well, that's what I mean. Like he's yes.
So it's not like Wes Anderson or Denis Villeneuve.
Exactly.
Todd Phillips.
Let's see here. Has he won? Yeah, he won. I guess his films have won. I don't know if he's specific.
And how do we describe the actress again?
The actress is an A-list actress.
All right.
Nicole
we need to know
Kidman?
more about her.
Nope.
Is she
A-list mostly movie actress.
Is she foreign born?
She's not.
She's American.
So an
She is.
American woman.
American woman.
Let's see.
Okay, is she? So she was in a bunch of movies. Is she? But they were both with people at the time. So was she in a high profile relationship?
I wouldn't say high profile. She was at that time in a relationship with another star before jumping into another relationship with a different director.
Okay.
So we've got
a
double director.
Oh, is it like a Natalie Portman?
Nope. I will say I don't believe his has won any Oscars for his films, but there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 actor and actresses on Oscar nominated performances in his movies.
Whoa. Okay. Is she?
Richard Linklater.
Has she
no.
been nominated?
She's been nominated in multiple of these movies. She has never won for any of his movies, but she has won for a different movie.
Jessica Chastain?
No.
Angelina?
Nope.
Is it
Anne Hathaway?
Kate Hudson?
It is not.
Is it Anne?
I will say the fling or the love or the rumored whatever was happening between them was a run from 2012 to 2015 when all 3 of these films came out.
Okay.
Julianne Moore.
Nope.
Oh, what?
He's been nominated for 5 Oscars, has never won.
Okay.
And what do we know her from? An iconic film role of any kind?
We actually do. She is known for an iconic franchise role.
Has she ever played a boxer?
Multiple roles. No.
Superhero?
Yes. One of them was a superhero role.
Oh, Zoe Saldana?
Nope.
Halle Berry?
Jennifer Lawrence.
You got
Jennifer Lawrence?
And,
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense.
Aronofsky?
Nope.
Darren
That's, of course,
Aronofsky.
who she went to next after this rumored relationship. That was the actually public relationship she had.
She did.
This is the guy who did
Silver Linings Playbook?
and American Hustle and Joy
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that is.
and The Fighter.
Oh, shoot.
Bob McCracken.
Yeah, I knew this part would be a little difficult.
Rhymes with?
He did Amsterdam as well.
Oh.
It rhymes with hustle.
Russell.
David O. Russell.
David O. Russell.
Oh, gosh.
You know
Again,
David O. Russell,
as I said,
but
those
not enough
movies.
to remember him.
You've heard of Silver Linings Playbook. You've heard of Amsterdam. You've heard of Joy. You've heard of all those huge movies.
Well, our memory is not to be.
Okay, can you fill in the blank? Because I even forgot what we were talking about.
David O. Russell has once again been called out for a problematic set. You may remember him from, of course, his fling with Jennifer Lawrence, or at least that's what the blind items led us to believe, for the 4 years they worked together on those 3 big films. Of course, they were both with other people during the time.
Okay.
He is currently working on the upcoming film Madden. And that is where Nicolas Cage is going to be playing legendary coach John Madden.
No.
Okay.
Christian Bale is going to be playing the longtime Raiders owner, Al Davis.
Oh, my gosh.
And an
what?
extra on the set said that he was uncomfortable with the large amount of full frontal nudity and the fact that the director himself reportedly used very racist language.
I did. Okay. So I saw this story. I did not read it. So I didn't see the David O. Russell. All I saw was the headline was the like racist language and nudity accompanied with a photo of Nicolas Cage as Madden.
John Madden. Yeah.
And I was like,
I got to see that.
It is actually
is it uncanny?
great. No, I wouldn't say uncanny, but it looks good enough.
Okay.
Such that I'm like, I need to see this role. But
listen to this cast. Nicolas Cage as John Madden, Christian Bale as Al Davis, John Mulaney as Trip Hawkins, Catherine Hahn as Virginia Madden, John's wife, and Sienna Miller as Carol Davis, Al's wife.
I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even care about I don't know anything about these people.
Well, in my former caring about football days, huge Raiders fan. I still am, but like, yes.
Love it.
Yes.
So there you go.
Really
Again,
infuriates my Chiefs loving Missouri family.
Beautiful. We've, of course, heard a few things about David O. Russell. There were some, I think we had a blind item once because he's recently, I think, cast Jenna Ortega in a film. And there was some, he's just doing that because he wants to try to be a creep with her. And then he, of course, is the one who, George Clooney, they worked together on Three Kings. And George Clooney said he was a bleeping, bleep, and he'll never work with him again.
Well,
didn't they
I would believe George Clooney.
They had a physical fight.
Fight.
Yes.
Wow. What'd you say, Bradley?
I would believe George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take his judge of character.
Is David, am I confusing? He's not like the grandson of one of the studio heads.
I honestly don't know his.
Yeah, you're thinking of.
I'm thinking of someone else.
I know exactly who you're thinking of. Also a Russell. But
it's not this individual. I'm reading about his past, and no, his family
probably
were
different.
No.
Okay.
Of Russian Jewish descent. So no. I don't believe. No. Definitely not. So there you go. You guys got that.
Wow. All right.
Let's just take a deep breath and remind ourselves that we should be liking and subscribing if we haven't already, because we are so close to 4,000. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, please.
We
and
have
subscribe.
like less than 200 people. Come on. If everyone watching right now, I feel like I'm doing a telethon.
Yeah.
Do it for the children.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Operators are standing by. All right, let's do another blind item here. There was another round of social media. There was another social media round of people being reminded of the racist and homophobic past of this A-list reality star. So the star decided to share a bizarre food hack to distract everybody. Sad thing is, it worked.
Oh.
Is this Mickey Rourke?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
There was another social media round of people being reminded of the racist and homophobic past for this A-list reality star. So the star decided to share a bizarre food hack to distract everyone. The sad thing is, it worked.
Is this person in a famous family?
Yep.
Nepo baby?
Yep.
Is his last name Beckham?
No.
Oh!
You're
Why do I
thinking
feel
of
like
food hacks?
Well, but I feel like I just
is a
saw
hack.
something. But who am I thinking of then?
Another Nepo baby from a famous family.
Nowhere near the
In
Beckhams.
the reality star.
Nowhere near the Beckhams, although
Is it Jack Osborne?
they got more money than the Beckhams. No.
That's a good guess. They got more money than the Beckhams?
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a
Oh.
Kardashian.
Nope.
In any way connected to Kardashians?
Kind of. I mean, yes.
Okay.
I should say yes. They definitely are connected.
Oh.
But
They does the family have a show?
no.
This
Okay.
person had
This person had a show. Had a show. And I believe has a show coming back.
Oh.
And they're part of a family that's
feel
worth
like
more than the families we've talked about combined.
What?
The
Astors? The Rockefellers?
Nope.
The Musks?
Nope.
Are they money from business?
Yes. Specific type of business that I think we've all supported their business at one point.
George Foreman Grill.
No.
Oh, shoot.
I bet I would be willing to bet every one of us have.
I never had a Foreman grill.
I would willing to bet every one of us has supported this family's fortune at one point, at least.
Oh, okay.
Is it like the dad or the mom that is the creator of this fortune?
No, I think it's the. Let me see. I think it's the grandpa.
Okay.
Yes, the
Okay.
grandpa.
Generational wealth. Gets you every time.
Generational wealth. Yeah, maybe it's the great grandpa. Actually, now I'm looking at it.
It's not
Been
a
around
hammer.
for a while. What?
Not a hammer.
No.
Sonia Morgan.
Not like a housewives family member.
No. No. There's. I think I think there was a housewives connection.
Okay. Connection.
This should be
This
really
individual
blazingly
was-
obvious at this point.
Yeah,
I
this
Is
feel
this a man?
No.
It's a woman.
Let me read the
Okay.
blind item again. There was another round of social media speculation that reminded everyone of the racist and homophobic past of this A-list reality star. So that star decided a bizarre food hack would be used to distract everybody. And the sad thing is, it worked. Again, A-list reality star.
so it's not like a music
maybe
related
one of the
family.
first A-list reality stars.
So it's
One
not
of
the
the
Osbournes.
First.
Kelly Osbourne?
Nope,
Okay.
not an Osborne.
It's not music related.
No.
Okay.
And so
If these people
Okay,
woke up
okay.
tomorrow with music mogul type money, they'd probably
be sad.
run away. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's so, they're so
We've all
rich.
used it.
We've all used it. The microwave.
But I bet there's a microwave in the thing we've used.
KitchenAid.
There's a kitchen in some of
There's
them.
a kitchen.
Houses.
Nope.
Close. You sleep there.
Hotels.
Beds. Oh,
Hilton.
Hilton. Oh, Kathy?
Paris.
Paris is the answer to this one. There was another round of social media reminding people of the racist and homophobic past of Paris Hilton. So the star decided a bizarre food hack would be used to distract everybody. The sad thing is, it worked. Now, Paris has opened up about some of her previous comments that she's made in her book, and talked about regretting some of those statements and explaining why some of those statements were made and some of the things that she said. But
Hopefully she's apologized for them.
yes,
Yeah.
But apparently, people got reminded about them once again, and then we found out how she degreases her pizzas.
Okay, please tell me it doesn't involve just putting paper
Decreases.
towel on top.
It's worse than that.
Potato chips, that's what I do.
She pulls the slice of pizza out and then flips it topping side down on the top of the box that was delivered to her by a stranger, lets it soak into that cardboard, flips it over, and eats it.
No, Paris.
Wait.
If that doesn't feel like a forced food hack to distract people,
Yeah.
I don't know what
you
is.
could basically use AI to give you 20 better hacks, Paris.
She
So
literally
in the
then just
inside,
put your
she
pizza.
just takes it and flips
not
it.
the inside, the outside.
The outside of
She
the
takes the pizza
box.
out and then puts
Yes.
it on the nasty thing that they could have had, like I don't know, their
sitting on
cat
it.
sitting on it in the
TikTok
car.
video that she shared. So this
Yeah,
is
or
the
their
top of the pizza.
girlfriend.
I'm showing everyone watching us home. If this is the top of the pizza, she pulls it out of the pizza box. She shuts the pizza box, flips it, topping first on top, lets it soak for a bit, and then pulls it out, and she ate it. That's
Why
a
wouldn't you
distraction.
just use paper towel then?
I
Like
don't
we
know.
do on the radio Monday through Friday.
Maybe they
to
have
get the
cloth
grease
napkins in her home.
get
She
the-
doesn't use paper towels.
to get the grease off of this podcast. You can download wherever you get those podcasts. Then make sure you leave a review and you like and tell your friends about it. We've also got a YouTube channel, which we harangue you about because we would love for you to like and subscribe so we can keep doing this. It's called
Blinded by the Item.
Bye.
Where talk is
Blinded by the item.